Well, ESIT tries to bring together research in the areas of computer science, electronics and telecommunications. It tries to push the envelope in terms of new innovations and things that we have got strong international leading research in. The thing that differentiates it strongly from conventional research centre is it is the research flagship for the Northern Ireland Science Park. So in that context, what we're trying to do is see the results of research having economic impact and trying to accelerate the impact of that research. The conventional way of doing academic research is to look at specific problems and perhaps drill and drill and drill deeper. What we're trying to do is to engage industrial partners at a much earlier stage, to try and understand the roadmaps of where they might want to be going, and try and then marry that to the research, so that the research is informed by economic need. We work to sort of identify what those major challenges are, and then we seek to try and solve them by bringing bigger groups of people together than you would conventionally get in a university environment. ESIT's an institute, it's a building, it's a facility, and when we set that up we were trying to do a number of things. First of all, we were trying to work together on much bigger, more ambitious kind of projects, sort of mission-led projects or grand challenges. So to solve these big problems you needed to bring a combination of expertise together to do that. So that was the philosophy. CSIT then has taken the ESIT concept a stage further, in that we have a fee-paying membership board comprising major industrial partners and government agencies, and the companies include people like IBM, like Cisco, like McAfee/Intel. They then help work with us, and we try and develop the kind of challenges, the programs we take on, and they help critique those. And we have a number of these themes. One is sort of security in the hyper-connected world. Basically everything that can be connected is being connected. Everybody's got smartphones these days, and that's going to even get more prolific. But that means that everything that's vulnerable becomes very vulnerable to things like viruses and so on and so forth. So our kind of core theme there is trying to invent technologies that will address those issues. The second one then is security in financial services, problems of storage of information, transfer of information, and ensuring that there is trust and privacy of that information. And the third one, which is security for the general public in public transport. And one of the aspirations, one of those challenges is, imagine walking into an airport. You didn't have to take your belt off, you didn't have to take your shoes off, you didn't have to take your laptop off, and you would walk seamlessly to the gate. Now, of course, in reality, you would have to be unobtrusively monitored. So again, we're trying to develop technologies that address the component aspects of those challenges. Since we started, we've probably helped facilitated about 26 of these spin-in companies. That's companies that are formed by people external to Queen's, but of course they have to be in relevant areas such as electronics, computing, software, or whatever. We have a number of companies currently in the building. Some of those are one-person companies, some of those are 5, 6, 7, 8 people companies and growing. With a research institute of this nature, everybody aspires to be world class, but you can't be world class at everything. So we've been fairly selective. And one of the areas of strength is the area of cybersecurity, which is a very, very important and rapidly growing area. Now it's huge, so again we focus on areas that we feel are strong in, and those are things like novel electronic systems, for example, for monitoring data as it comes down the pipes. New technologies, for example, that might make things like smart cards much more robust to fraudulent activity and so on. And we're also working with the growing capital markets, sort of financial services industry that's growing here in Northern Ireland. terms of the cybersecurity, we are the biggest academic centre in the UK. Through that, we've nurtured links with major organisations in the US, including Carnegie Mellon University. We formed very important relationships with ETRI in Korea, which is the Korean government's main ICT organisation. We have people flying in from California to help and advise us and indeed actively support us. So what we're trying to do is to now establish other areas where we think we have those core strengths. So the theme of space or components for space is one of those. There's interested in medical communications, that's another one. And I mentioned earlier financial markets. So we envisage ESIT being the kind of institute with well-selected centres of excellence in those kind of core themes within it.